Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Investigation of botched aircraft report, Minister talks about approving GMO drug trial, Sport Tasman project gets going, and more. Cancer is a disease which has touched many of us in our lifetime, either through someone we know, a friend or family member, or perhaps even ourselves suffering from this indiscriminate illness. So any hope of a treatment against this terrible disease is a welcome relief for many of us. A genetically modified smallpox virus may give some liver cancer sufferers some of that hope. Last week, the Environmental Protection Authority approved the release of Pixavic, a GMO, for a clinical trial for the treatment of a specific type of liver cancer. With the growing uncertainty around GMOs and their uses, Chrissy Small spoke to Environment Minister and MP for Nelson, Nick Smith, over this latest development.
Tell us about the approval of the GMO for trials here in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, there's been a big, passionate argument about genetic modification, and the government tends to be reasonably cautious. But we don't agree with those that say New Zealand should sort of be GE free. And this week, the Environmental Protection Authority, for which I'm responsible for, gave technical approval to a stage 3 clinical trial for a GMO that treats liver cancer. Now, liver cancer kills about 180 New Zealanders per year. There's been very extensive analysis of the proposal. It's around a virus that specifically would be injected into the cancer tumour, and we can't guarantee its success. It's a stage 3 clinical trial. But what I do say to fellow New Zealanders who jump on the sort of bandwagon of we want to be GM free, that you need to be respectful of the fact that there are smart biotechnologies that can offer the hope of life for fellow citizens, and that we shouldn't just have a blatant no rule to GM. We need to look at each case on its merit, and where there are clear benefits for Kiwis and where there are negligible risks, we should allow these technologies to proceed.
Right. That brings to mind actually the cannabis debate.
Yeah.
That too could look, I mean, cannabis is used for many things. But
yeah, you need to weigh up with all these things, the benefits and the harm. And I'm one of those that says we should make, there's these debates about things like 1080 and fluoridation and cannabis and GM technologies. I'm one of those nerdy science types who says you need to make the decisions on the evidence. And the evidence is actually that cannabis causes an enormous amount of harm. If you doubt it, hop down and talk to the psychiatrists and those that work in our mental health services, and they will tell you that there are dozens of tragic stories of people who become addicted to marijuana, who then have lifelong mental health problems arising from that drug use. Not everybody, but a significant number. You go and talk to those people that treat cancer, and just as cigarettes cause cancer, so too does marijuana. So I'm not ruling out, if there's scientific evidence that there are some therapeutic benefits of cannabis, then we should look at it. But we need to do it on the bounds of good science. And I've got to tell you that in terms of the recreational use of marijuana, I'm an old-fashioned conservative that says this drug does more harm than good.
Right. Same could be said for alcohol.
Yeah, it could, but I can tell you there is a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
People do correctly say that tobacco and alcohol cause more harm in society than cannabis, and they're right. But that's not a very scientific approach, because it's also proportionate to the number of people that use it.
Right.
That is, and I think if we knew the harm that tobacco causes today, would we have legalised it? I don't think we would have. Tobacco kills about 5,000 people per year in New Zealand. It is absolutely tragic. We're upping the tax. We're doing lots of programs to fund people to get off their tobacco habits. So the question then should be, you extend it. And then with alcohol, there's a key difference. Every fag you have increases your risk of cancer and dying. Actually, if you drink alcohol in moderation, actually there's some scientific evidence to show that it's not bad for you. So the key
There's
with
also
alcohol,
some to say that it is bad for you. So
Yeah.
it swings and roundabouts, isn't it, really?
It is, and there is a spectrum.
Yeah.
The truth is, salt,
Some people say
fat,
a little
sugar.
bit in moderation is okay, whereas,
Well, my honest view would be, in respect of alcohol, a little bit in moderation is okay, is my view. In tobacco, every fag sets you backwards and costs you health. In respect of cannabis, the same, and that's why I take the views on those different substances.
Sports Tasman is running the annual Give It a Go campaign to help get people out and about trying something new. I talked with two experts in the field, Wendy and Jenny, to find out more of what Sports Tasman is doing in our community. We know Sport Tasman always has something on the go. Can you please tell us what's going on in the community coming up this month?
So we've got the Give It a Go program that we run every Wednesday, and that's more based towards the elderly population. So we have them come down and try some new activities out. So we've been really lucky. We've got croquet coming on board, and we've got table tennis and also some badminton coming up every Wednesday.
That's fantastic, and they're pretty popular.
Very popular. It's been really good. We've got people from all different walks of life coming and having a go at some new sports and being able to continue that on in the future.
And are they usually down here at Saxon Field or out in the communities?
So we've been very lucky. We're out in the community with some of the sporting groups that are actually coming and helping us and giving us some instruction. So we do sometimes meet here, but we let them know before we go.
Oh, great. Well, we'll let people know when those are coming out.
Great.
And what else have we got coming up? I hear we've got some awards for some lucky people. Can you tell us more about that, please?
We have indeed. We've got the Tasman Secondary School Sport Awards coming up on Sunday, November the 8th in Theatre Royal here in Nelson, and that's where we acknowledge the sporting success of our secondary school students right across the Nelson Tasman region. Kids have represented Tasman events, South Island and New Zealand secondary school events, and it's also an opportunity for us to acknowledge those that have achieved it at New Zealand and international level as well.
It must be huge because we've got a lot of up and coming sports talent in Nelson.
We have, we've got a great range of sports awards to give out this year. We've got weightlifting and table tennis and rugby and netball and the usual stuff as well. But there's also some really exciting kids coming through that have made some fantastic achievements in their sport. It's great.
We look forward to hearing the results from that award ceremony.
Yeah, definitely. We can't give anything away. You've got to be there on the day.
Wendy, Jenny, thanks very much for your time, and we look forward to all the things coming up for the community in the next month.
Fantastic.
Great,
Thank
thanks.
you.
The next sport on the list to try is table tennis, and I spoke with committee member of Table Tennis Nelson, Ted Priest, about the sport and club. Ted, table tennis is featured in the Give It a Go schedule coming up next month. Doesn't look like you need much promotion. Can you tell us a little bit about your group here?
On a Monday and Friday morning we have what's known as a social table tennis. It's open to anyone, any age. We have people here from primary school kids through to nearly 90 and they all play competitively and have a lot of fun, and that's on Monday mornings and Friday mornings every week. We only knock off for a few weeks at Christmas time, so it's hot and cold and anything in between.
Oh, it's great. It's all inside. And you have a very big membership for the Monday and Wednesdays?
We have a base group of about 60 members and registered members here, and normally each week we're getting 30 to 40 players coming along Mondays and Fridays, so it's good.
It certainly is. I mean, everyone's so active and enjoying themselves here.
It's a game. Table tennis is a game that you can play at any age, from birth to death, and we've got one player playing competitive who's 94, which is amazing because a lot of people can't stand up at that stage, and our youngest one's in early primary school, so it just gives you an idea of when you can play, how you can play, and the level you can play at depends on you.
Sure. And does and often sports clubs spill out into social activities? Do you get up to much after table tennis?
We have a dinner 2 or 3 times a year, and on a Friday morning after our normal play, we have a group that meet just for a bit of socialising for an hour or two, and that depends on how people are and what other commitments they have. But it's all very interesting. have about a dozen there.
Great, Ted. Thanks very much for your time, and I'll let you get back to your practice.
Thanks very much.
In this age of electronic devices, any ideas that get kids reading books is one to be promoted. Renee Lang and her pet therapy dog, Quanda, initiated a reading to dog event at the Nelson Public Library that received the pat of approval from local kids last Thursday. Renee, we have dogs in the library today. It's quite unusual. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on down here at the library today?
Great pleasure, as long as she keeps still. This is Quanda, and she's a Labrador Retriever cross, and she started life as a guide dog, but she's now my forever dog, and she's such a smart, clever girl that I thought that she deserved more of a career than just a dog at home. So here she is at the library. And what she's going to be doing today is encouraging kids to read to her, and the whole idea behind that is to give kids confidence in reading aloud, because clearly a dog's going to be very non-judgmental.
And is this the first time that you've done this reading with the dogs, or have you done it in other places?
No, this is an absolute first for both the dog and for me. Yeah.
And do you use Quanda anywhere else in the community?
She recently qualified as a pet therapy dog, which means that she can go into rest homes and well, probably not hospitals per se, but rest homes, retirement villages, anywhere where people are kind of stuck indoors and don't have the opportunity to interact with other people and animals as you would in everyday life. So she's very popular when she does that.
I was going to say, you must get a fantastic response when you bring a big, lovely dog like this into the retirement homes.
Well, it's all about her, because she's the centre of attention, and she just loves that. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll let you get on with it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the kids' reactions with reading to dogs.
Cool. Okay, thanks very much, Graham.
A fishery sting in the Sounds left fishery officers disappointed on Labour weekend after finding people inside the Marlborough Sounds taking blue cod during the annual closed season. This season runs from 1st of September through the 19th of December and is a closed season specifically for blue cod breeding. Taking blue cod during this time defeats the rebuild of these fish stocks. 3 vessels searched had whole blue cod on board and 2 more had fillets. It is an offence to have filleted blue cod on board boats in the Sounds, as they cannot be accurately measured. Ministry for Primary Industries District Compliance Manager Nelson Marlborough Ian Bright said it was disappointing to find people ignoring the closed season in the Sounds. Mr Bright said fishery officers also found fishes with undersized scallops, others with undersized paua and another with shucked paua. However, he said a big thumbs up to the majority of fishers inspected who were following the rules and looking after their fishery. Fishery officers are able to issue infringement notices for the offences and will be further investigating the commercial offence. MPI encourages people to report any suspicious fishing activity. A man involved in a firearms incident in Motueka on 20th of August this year has now been charged for offences committed. Forward Hiranui is to appear in the Hutt Valley District Court on Thursday this week, charged with using a firearm against police, unlawful possession of a firearm, twice breaching a protection order, aggravated burglary, and injuries with intent to injure. The last 2 charges relate to a separate incident in June 2015. Hiranui has been in Rumitaka prison since being released from Wellington Hospital after he was shot by police in an armed offenders call-out in Motueka in August. An air accident investigation was botched according to a report released last week over the Fox Glacier skydiving plane crash which killed all 9 people aboard the Fletcher-built aircraft in 2010. The initial report blamed an overload and weight shift as a probable cause. This latest report found that the initial investigation into the crash lacked resources and handled evidence poorly. A review of the initial investigation was initiated after the family of Rob Miller, who was killed in the crash, had the plane's remains exhumed as part of a TV3 program last year. Rod Miller's family believe the first botched report means they will now never know the true cause of the aircraft's loss of control, leaving this mystery a bitter pill to swallow. The review concludes that the full cause of the crash will remain unknown, and those closely connected to the families want to see heads roll and an apology from the Chief Commissioner to the families for the botched investigation. Among those that died was Skydive New Zealand Director and Tandem Dive Master Rob Miller, Dive Masters Adam Bennett from Australia but living in Motueka, and Chris McDonald, a local vet from Mapua. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialist, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialist, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialist at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach, walk or swim. Phone 546408.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more.
JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
G'day, it's your old mate the Mad Butcher and you're watching Mainland TV.
Are you tired of endless reality shows? Would you prefer to watch captivating documentaries?
They have swallowed cars.
Exciting movies.
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
Music for the soul.
And if you think I ate your fish and chips, I did, you're mistaken.
Programming from around the world. Places to visit. Local news and views.
I'm Graham O'Brien and today's bulletin. Do you want to change the flag?
No, I don't want to change the flag.
Stay tuned to Mainland TV, your local station.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer. All types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's a large internal access double garage. It fits 2 cars nicely with a little workshop bench at the end of it. In this room we have 2 large lazy boys, a 3-seater and a 2-seater leather lounge suite, 50-inch Samsung TV and a heat pump. Features are a cathedral ceiling and of course that beautiful view.
For relatively little cost, you too can sell your house. Do it yourself. You're the best person to promote and sell your own house. Your personal endorsement is the best selling proposition. Put yourself on screen and sell it. You know the attractions of your house. You know it better than anybody else. So, get up there and tell us all about it. Sell it.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. One of these has a full ensuite, that's the master bedroom, with large bifold doors. Now out these bifold doors you get to a wraparound deck area that faces northwest, and this is lovely in the morning for sitting and having your coffee.
Hawk Films is now producing for you an advertising package and a broadcasting service at a price far lower than you would expect. We will produce your advertising video and feature it across TV, radio and electronic media. Your message will be up to 3 minutes long and it'll be broadcast 5 times a day on radio and TV. 5 times a day. And it will be listed online all day, every day, for exposure to your potential buyers. You can also use the ad and the photos to promote your house on radio, TV, Trade Me and other real estate sites. We can also offer drone aerial shots for a totally different viewpoint from the one you would normally see. Selling your house is up to you and your solicitor. We're here to merely add value to your advertising strategy. Give me a call and let's get your property on the market. Or better still, email or text me and I'll call you back.
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialist, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialist, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Hi, I'm John Crouch. I'm Craper Crouch Construction. We're general contractors here. We specialise in drainage, earthworks, concrete, gravel supplies. We have our own mobile crushers. So for all your contract requirements, call us on 5783 475 Blenheim or in 5736 119 Picton.
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialists, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialists, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Waimea Telecommunications, specializing in free-to-air digital television, internet broadband connections, telephone and telecommunications systems. Call Julian Toon at Waimea Telecommunications on 544-4203.